Good afternoon. We're in week 2 of CJ 499, and I want to discuss with you the way the class is set up. And I have pulled up on my screen Module 2, and it's pretty bare right now because you need to do some reading first to get a handle on how the text is set up. I am attaching a page out of the book. I've torn this book apart all summer long and have gone through every chapter, have marked basically in this manner, and I'll attach a page, just a random page so you can see. I've marked it in articles that I want to mine and find. So I'm going to locate the authors and find the articles that Walker suggests. And then also I have update by numerous things. And so there's many statistics in here that can be updated, and I'll be looking for those along with you. So the best way to start from what I can tell. Now, I'm open to negotiations on this, but this is your capstone class, which means a major paper will be produced at the end of the class. So my suggestion to you is read chapters 1 and 2 as soon as you can to get the gist of Walker's thesis and ideas of how the rest of the book is set up. Now, each week there will be chapter assignments. There will be a test after about week 4, but after reading 1 and 2, as soon as possible, read chapter 12, because the idea of gaining compliance with the law and legitimacy is probably the newest idea in this book. And I think it's very timely because, as we all can tell, all areas of criminal justice are having problems now with procedural justice, compliance, just generally being respected by their communities, whether it's a community in a prison or my community that comes into a courtroom. It's more and more have to have bailiffs maintaining order in court because of the lack of legitimacy. And so I think chapter 12 is our key to this book. So work on chapter 12 because that will probably be a good part of your conclusion in your paper. So we'll start with 1 and 2. As quick as possible, go through chapter 12. Every chapter in this book, you won't have to document as strong as I've documented the entire book. So I would suggest that when you pick after chapters 1 and 2 a really good topic, whether it's you decide you want to lock more people up, you want to provide more treatment, you want to relook at drug policy. And drug policy is the outlier in this book. I don't expect everyone to really work on that topic because most of the topic in this book has to do with crime reduction through policy means on the major crimes that cause the most problems and social liability in the community. So we're talking murder, robbery, burglary. Those, as you'll see in chapter 1, those have the most recidivism rates and the most damage to our society and to victims in general. Along with the major sexual assaults. I'm leaving that out, but I just flashed on a victim friend of mine who has spoken many times in my Victims Impact panel that was raped 25 years ago, and she still has major post-traumatic stress from that, has trouble staying alone, has all kinds of security features in her home, but just the light passing across her living room window a certain way can just bring this all back up and cause her sleepless nights, panic attacks, all kinds of things. So, the crime has weight to it, to the victims. So we're just going to let you pick a topic. I don't want to creep you out asking you to call me all the time on these assignments. I had only one student ever tell me that. Hey, it creeps me out talking to you on the phone. So, but we will have numerous opportunities during Zoom meetings. I will meet with you individually in a Zoom meeting to discuss the idea that you would like to do, look at pages in books with you, because like I said, I'm going to show you a random page here at the start of this section, and I have marked the tar out of this textbook, and we'll be starting to get certain articles out of this. I'm going to be updating some of the data and statistics, and also I have marked in certain chapters various sentences that would be good thesis for your papers. So I've done a lot of work on this, so please use that, and we'll work on it gradually. Now, the weeks are going to be alternating live class to discussion, where you are going to present one of the articles. It might not eventually make your paper, but start looking at an example that I'll post today on how to outline a research article, a peer-reviewed research article, and then as you gradually bank those or get quite a few of those, you'll be able to turn those into a paper pretty easily. You're not going to be able to turn it into a paper if you start a week at the end of class or the night before you pull something up. That's not going to work. We're going to do these research articles every other week on the discussion page. I'll post an example of how I want them to look, and then you will, after doing 3 or 4 of these, you'll be able to see that it's the outline of the paper, of the final paper. This is the way I was told to do my master's thesis. I did my doctoral work like this with hundreds of research articles. So you will find a chapter in this book where we're going to go through, and I'm going to recommend chapters to read, but you're going to go through and you're going to eventually find a chapter like Protect Crime Victims, and you're going to want to pull that apart. Or you're going to find a chapter about controlling gun crime, and you're going to pull that apart and update some of the statistics, pull out some of the reference articles, and you will see that we'll be able to complete this class and have a product at the end. That's what my criminal justice chair wants, Dr. Jennings, and that's what I want. And as you finish this, you'll be able to think that maybe someday I could do a master's thesis too. So we'll just start to work on it and see how it goes. Any questions you have, call me, email me. We can meet one-on-one on Zoom. We'll figure this all out together. This week, Wednesday, 7 p.m., first live class. We'll see how many live people we have. That makes them work better. There might be a better time or date that's better for the majority of the class, and I can adjust that time really easily. But you can always go on and watch the recording. I post the recording right afterwards on YouTube, and you'll be able to go and watch the recording to complete a small assignment so I know you did this. And so there's no points, no harm, no foul if you can't be there live. So I think that's about it for week 2. Good luck to all of us.